All right, let's get right into it. We're opening a dossier on what is basically a philosophical war, but one fought with a single, impossible transaction. On one side, you have the warrior Red Sonja, a woman whose entire reality is built on a code of blood and payment. And on the other, the cosmic entity Jack Sovereign. Their encounter isn't just some quest. No, it's a statement in a cosmic game, a metaphysical glitch that could unravel the very idea of cosmic law. And this right here, this quote, is the heart of the whole mystery. For Sonja, a debt is sacred. So when a being that is defined by pure bottomless greed gives her a gift, instead of cashing in on a life debt, her brain just can't process it. It's a paradox, a fundamental break in the physics of her world that makes her question everything she thought was true. So what makes this glitch so reality-shattering for her? Well, to get that, we need to understand the system it's breaking. The harsh, predictable, and frankly brutal world that Red Sonja calls home. Think of Sonja's world as running on a kind of moral physics. It's like Newton's third law, but for everything. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and it's usually paid for with steel or gold. A life saved creates a debt owed. A wrong done demands a blood price. You see, these aren't just social rules for her. They're the pillars holding up existence itself. Their story kicks off, as you might expect in her world, with violence. After a pretty hostile first meeting, Sonja and Jack Sovereign are forced to team up against these monstrous soul golems sent by a cosmic accountant called the Tither Master. They make it out alive, and, according to the unbending logic of her world, Sonja now owes Jack a life debt. Simple, right? A clean, binding transaction. Or so she thinks. And here is where the whole system just short-circuits. Jack refuses payment. For Sonja, an uncollected debt it's just wrong. It's an imbalance in the universal ledger that she just cannot stand. It's like he's deliberately unraveling the moral certainty that guides her sword, leaving this huge, gaping void in her understanding of honor. You know, this refusal to collect the debt isn't just a simple disagreement. Nope. It's a head-on collision between two completely opposing philosophies. It's a battle between the ultimate follower of the rules and the ultimate breaker of them. On one hand, you have Sonja. She represents the will to survive within a world that has fixed, harsh rules. But then you have Jack. He represents a will so powerful, so ferocious, that it just forges its own reality. She is a living embodiment of consequence. He is a being for whom consequence is a totally dead concept. So how does someone even become a metaphysical outlaw? Well, Jack started out as just a petty human trickster, a guy so greedy that he was literally rejected by both heaven and hell. But in that void, he had a revelation. If your soul belongs nowhere, then no one can be your master. He consumed the essence of a fallen angel, fused it with his own demonic core, and was reborn as the Monstrum Unbound. An entity that doesn't just refuse to be on anyone's ledger, he actively hunts the system itself. And it's this new being, this predator of the absolute, who now goes from just passively refusing Sonja's debt to launching an active philosophical assault. He gives her a gift. So what is this grand cosmic offering? A fossilized turnip. Yeah, you heard me. A turnip. You can just imagine Sonja's reaction, right? Insulted amusement. In a world that values steel and gold, a petrified vegetable is a total slap in the face. It's a joke at her expense. But that disdain just instantly evaporates. She can feel this raw, untamed power radiating from the thing, something primal. She realizes it's not a trinket at all. It's a vessel, and it's holding a spark of Jack's own viridian pandemonium flame, an energy she's seen burn not just wood, but actual concepts. And that's when it all clicks. The true purpose of this bizarre gift is revealed. It's a weapon, all right, but it's not meant for any mortal fight. This is a tool for ontological warfare. This turnip is called the seed of sovereignty. It's literally the cradle of his entire philosophy, a symbol of how he created himself, and its power is terrifying. The flame inside it uses abstract ideas like morality, obligation, consequence as fuel. And its most important function? It's a cosmic eraser. It's designed to permanently delete the soul ink that the Tither Master uses to record every debt and judgment in the entire universe. See, this whole exchange is a performance. It's a declaration of war against the very idea of debt. He cancels Sonja's obligation, nullifying the concept itself. He gives her the seed of sovereignty, the tool to defy the whole system. He even throws in a bag of gold, the exact kind of petty treasure his old self, stingy Jack, would have been obsessed with. By giving it all away, he's performing a ritual. He's killing his old persona and freeing Sonja from all chains so that her will, and only her will, can guide her. An act this audacious? Well, it doesn't go unnoticed. This wasn't some private transaction. It was a move in a cosmic game played by much higher powers, and you can bet they were all watching. Imagine a few cosmic gods playing chess, betting on the fate of all the pieces. Jack's move is like a pawn just stepping off the board, walking over to the opposing king and handing him a flower. It doesn't just break the rules of the game, it rejects the game entirely. So, you've got Pan, the god of vitality and the will to power. He's baffled, but he loves it, calling it a Dionysian frenzy, the ultimate act of a free will. On the other end of the spectrum is Sinas, the entity of nihilism. He's just disgusted. Why? Because a gift of gratitude is a putrid spark of hope in a universe he thinks should be meaningless. And the Tithermaster, the accountant himself, he sees a cosmic deficit, a permanent hole in his perfect books, which makes Jack an existential threat to order itself. Okay, so let's bring this all back to Red Sonja. What does this all mean for the warrior, who was just an unwitting piece in this massive metaphysical war? It leaves Sonja standing at the very heart of the ultimate conflict. The rigid, predictable system of cosmic law versus the raw, unpredictable power of a sovereign will. And Jack just handed her the ability to cast the deciding vote in that conflict with her sword. And that's really the whole point here. This was never about Jack gaining a follower or trading one master for another. He initiated her into what's called the Order of the Unbound. He gave her the tools and the choice to define her own existence, completely beyond the ledgers of gods or the codes of mortals. And this is the terrifying but also incredibly freeing philosophy that he passed on to her. By erasing her from the ledger, he untethered her from fate itself. Her soul no longer belongs to any system, which means it now has the potential to become absolutely anything. Which leaves us all with a final, really provocative thought. Jack's act proved that the Tithermaster's soul ink, the supposedly permanent record of all debts and judgments, can be destroyed. So, if the eternal ledger of the universe can actually be burned and a soul's record permanently erased, what other unbreakable cosmic laws are about to be torn down next?